Happy Labor Day, everyone, and welcome to the 5th annual Battle of the Beach. Even though we're not at the beach technically right now, we're here at Rowan University.
I'm looking for the sand.
I tell you what, it's out there somewhere. But Fred Melendez along with Harry Sachs here doing the Washington Township Hillsborough game. This one should be intriguing, Harry, simply because we have the defending Central Jersey champion Group 5 team, Washington Township, and they are pretty much returning everybody.
Yeah, they are ranked, right after all the parochials. So, if you look at the Ledger or the other, publications, they're right after, right up there with Winslow. That's how good they, last year they won the Central Jersey, Group 5 championship. And like you said, they've got everybody coming back, basically. They lost a couple seniors and stuff. Hillsborough, they lost in the, in the semifinal, all right? Don't know a whole lot about them, which makes it more interesting for me.
Well, Hillsborough won the toss. They elected to defer. That's pretty much the way the high schools usually run. If you win the toss, you defer to the second half. So it will be Washington Township that will receive the opening kickoff. Glad to have you with us, and what is basically a sunny day. Lots of clouds, but the sun finds a way to peek through. As you can see, the field to my left and everything. So the right side, not so much. We have the national anthem, and then we'll get this kickoff going. So stay with us right here on Prime Events. We'll be coming back at you after the national anthem. We are glad to be with you. And again, Washington Township coming off a Central Jersey Group 5 championship season where they went 10-3. Hillsborough last year 7-4. The head coach for the Minutemen is Mike Schatzman. 7th season, 38-30 is his career mark. And in his 14th season, Kevin Carty for Hillsborough, he has a career record of 86-57. So we are just about set to get underway. Hillsborough will be kicking off. Teeing it up is number 24. That's Nick Schmidt. Of course, the ball doesn't want to cooperate. I see this all the time on these kickoffs.
Yeah, hey, if you got a little bit of wind or anything like that, the ball doesn't really know it's supposed to stay still.
All right, so we're just about set for the opening kick. As soon as we hear the official's whistle, and there it is. Little punch shot near the 30-yard line, taken at the 32, across the 40, and he's got a lane down the sideline, inside territory for the Raiders. So a good return back inside the 45-yard line, and Washington Township, like they need any help with field position.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a big break to start the game, for them. When you can get the ball on the other side, of the 50, you're ready to rock and roll.
Quarterback Cole Aquino, what a year he had last year. Over 1,600 passing yards, 10 touchdown passes. Some other names you're going to hear a lot of: Colin Beeler. He's the leading running back, and the wide receiver, Paris Pratt. Those are some of the key names that will key on. Quick toss, open at the 37-yard line near the first down. Spinning forward, might have the first down.
And that was a nice way to open up, you know. He just took, a couple steps like he was going out, little comeback pattern there, and got a first down out of it.
So 10 yards on the money. Washington Township at the Hillsborough 35-yard line. Fake handoff now rolling to his right. Ducks inside, and he's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Tried to get away, but nothing happening as Cole Aquino just didn't have anywhere to go.
Kind of a weird, play on that. They really only had one receiver downfield on that. And, he wasn't open, so he had to take the ball and, got back to the line of scrimmage. So, see what they do on this one.
So it's 2nd and 10. Once again, shotgun formation for Aquino. He'll hand it off the middle, and a good surge right through the gut, getting it across the 30-yard line.
And that's Bieber. Like you said, you'll hear his name a lot, today there.
He picked up 6. So Beeler getting started on his day. 3rd down and 4 from the 29-yard line of Hillsborough. Opening possession of the game. Again, shotgun by Aquino. He hands off, looking for somewhere to go, but good search. 3 white jerseys closing off Beeler. He had nowhere to go.
I'll tell you, number 22, Zion Grant. Nobody even touched him on that play. He came in free and made the tackle there. So somebody missed the block, or else he's pretty quick off the line.
So we have a 4th down and 6 at the 31-yard line.
And here, Fred, is where their field position really helped them now, so they can go for it on 4th down.
3 receivers split to the left side. Aquino calling out the signals. Straight drop, quick toss, and it's almost picked off. Great coverage there.
Number 2, all right. Number 2 on that, Andrew Schwartz. I'll tell you, that was a dangerous pass. If that were picked off, he had the sidelines. Here we are looking at it on replay. He just, I'll tell you what, he's very fortunate on that one, all right, that didn't get picked off. So now Hillsborough's going to take over, and let's see what kind of offense that they've got.
1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Hillsborough quarterback is Devin Karana, number 7.
Yeah, it looks like somebody didn't report in. They might have to waste the time out here.
Well, he's in now, so
wow,
the
lucky.
Officials looking at his clock, but they do get the play off. Has some time to throw, and it's dropped. Intended for Andrew Schwartz, just wasn't going to get there.
Yeah, it looked like they were setting up for a screen there. All the linemen were coming out there, but in order for a screen to be successful, you got to catch the ball.
That's right.
Somebody told me that a long time ago.
I think that's Football 101.
Yeah, I read that book twice, but my memory is, not too good anyway.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. Again, 3 receivers split to the right. A jump. Did they get drawn off, or is this going to be an encroachment penalty?
I think it's on Washington Township. That's where my money is.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you had 2 guys jump. A very easy call for the official on that. So you're going to change the play now or what? Because you got 5 yards on that. They're all looking to the sideline, getting their keys.
Same formation, 3 wide receivers to the right, and a bobble on the handoff. He's going to keep it, and he's going to get a first down. That's a heady play by Karana. He bobbled it, and instead of trying to risk a possible turnover, he just took it upfield.
And I'll tell you, you got to give Hamad Kamara credit on that one, all right, because he saw the fumble there, and he put a block on, all right, his wide receiver guy, and enabled him to get the first down. So give him a little credit there for reeling that. It was a busted play.
A new set of downs at the Hillsborough 43-yard line. Handoff, trying to get that right side guard pull and fighting for as much as he can. He might have gotten 2 yards, and that's about it.
Yeah, maybe 2 yards on that.
Yeah, Andrew Schwartz trying to get somewhere. He got to the 45, so we'll credit him with 2 yards.
Yeah, right now, Fred, it seems like they're trying to feel each other out a little bit, see what works. Because there's really no scouting reports now unless you go back to, last December.
All right, so it is 2nd down and 8. The Raiders with the football at their own 45-yard line. Low snap gets away, and it's still loose. Who's got? I think Hillsborough winds up getting it. Boy, that was dangerous.
That was really dangerous because you had all blue shirts, coming in on that. Somebody picks up that ball, they're going to walk into the end zone.
Zion Grant saves the bacon there for
Just
the Raiders.
a bad snap there. Bad snap, and he was very fortunate because he had Washington Township guys all around him, there. So that's 6. What do we call this?
Well, the ball has to get to the 47.
Third and the farm.
Yeah, third and the farm. Yes, we'll go with that. They're going to hand it off, and again, Washington Township's interior lineman really sealing off that play very nicely. Nowhere at all for the runner.
Yeah, that's a situation there where right now they already knew that they didn't want to put the ball in the air. Just get a couple yards for our punter, and, we'll play another down after we give them the ball. What we got back here?
They never turn so you can see the number.
I know it's single digits. I think it's number 7.
That's what I was thinking.
Paul Dombrowski.
All right, so we're set for the Hillsborough punt. Bit of a high snap, almost blocked. And that one's going to be a short punt rolling out of bounds near midfield. They're going to mark it at the Township 47-yard line, so not much of a punt.
They got to talk to those people on that punt team because that almost came, and it wasn't like there was a bad snap or anything like that. Somebody just didn't block somebody. That's the kind of stuff you pencil in, and you hope maybe later on you can block one, wherever the seam was to get through.
So again, good field position for the Minutemen. They're at their own 47-yard line to start their second drive of the game. Cole Aquino dishing out the play in the huddle, and here we go. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Shotgun formation by Cole Aquino. He's going to hand off, and there's a lane across the 45. Enough for the first down. A great strong burst by Colin Beeler. He just busted it up for about 12.
I'll tell you what, that defensive back there, number 10 for Hillsborough, all right, Kevin Jones, he just saved a touchdown on that because there was nobody behind him. He doesn't make that tackle. He walks into the end zone.
12 yards and a first down. Ball spotted at the Hillsborough 41-yard line. Again, they hand off to Beeler. Some good bouncing. He gets through. And again, he was one tackle away from breaking it, Harry.
I'll tell you what, when you look at this formation, they have one receiver out there. All right, they're just telling you, we're going to run the ball. And it really didn't make a difference because he picked it up with no problem.
10-yard run. Four carries, 26 yards now for Beeler. He's off to a good start.
Still with one receiver, that's it.
1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Quick toss, and it's behind the intended receiver.
Yeah, that was, supposed to be to, Beeler on that. Like I said, only one receiver out there.
So they're trying to get Colin Beeler very much involved in this early going. 6:57 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, they want to get him the ball no matter where it is.
2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. Again, a single receiver, this time to the right side. Low snap, good job of handling it. And the handoff, a couple of yards picked up there.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Hillsborough is just selling out to the run. You know, if they happen to sneak a receiver out somewhere out of the backfield or anything like that, Fred, they might have a chance, you know, to have him not even covered.
Yeah, Jalen Robinson picking up a yard, so it's 3rd down.
Now we say that, now they have trips.
Fake handoff. Quarterback Aquino's going to keep it. He's going to be shy of the 1st down at the 25-yard line. Little slant to the right, but he's about 4 yards away from the 1st down.
Yeah, Aiden Herrera had a good shot at him in the backfield. He just missed him. Could have got him for a nice loss there, but he couldn't make the tackle.
So again, another 4th down situation.
Yeah. Not sure what kind of kicker they have.
As I said, we have a very excited PA announcer. Back to throw. Aquino looks. He's going to keep it, and he's got to get a lane. 1st down across the 50. He's going to go into the end zone. Put 6 on the board for the Minutemen.
Boy, that just opened up like the Red Sea there. And he just saw an opening right there to the right side. Really wasn't what the play was designed for. I'm sure they were passing on that down. And they just let him, you know, with his speed, he just broke through, went right into the end zone.
A 25-yard touchdown run by Cole Aquino puts Township on the scoreboard first. Extra point coming up. Kick is up. And the kick is through. So a 4th down run that works out very well for the Minutemen as they take the early lead. 5:33 to go here in this first quarter. Washington Township 7 and Hillsborough 0.
I'll tell you, it wasn't the prettiest drive, all right, but they got the end result, you know, like on that play there. He just had wide open eyes down there, and it just, I don't want to make the analogy, but the Red Sea certainly parted on that one. And with a quarterback with his speed, he just hit that big hole in there, and he was in the end zone.
Well, you take what the defense gives you, and Cole Aquino took exactly that. 25-yard touchdown on 4th down.
Well, you know, it doesn't hurt to have the experience that he has back there, you know, where he knows what he's doing. And we'll see now if Hillsborough can answer.
Washington Township with their kickoff team on the field.
Trying to get the numbers who's back there, but they won't turn around either, Fred.
Yeah. Kick is going to come down at about the 10-yard line, bringing it back into the middle of the field, and he is hit as he crosses the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that was number 8, Anthony Guerrero, you know, on that comeback. Tried to take it up the middle, but good coverage by Washington Township there. Now we'll see if Hillsborough can answer.
Well, they marked the ball at the 23, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at that spot. Again, they seem to be having trouble getting the right amount of people on the field. Last-minute check-in.
Now it's the first game, you know what I mean? Got glitches all over the place, I'm sure.
Fake handoff, looking to throw. He's trying to hit a spot, and it's going to be incomplete, too far. The intended receiver didn't have much of a chance.
No, he didn't have a chance. That was a long play there. The receiver really had no shot of beating his defender because he really didn't know where he was going to cut the ball.
Yeah, Hamid Kamara was the intended receiver. He tried to put it to a spot, but Devin Karanda didn't quite get it there.
No. You know, and you're looking here, Washington Township just say, look, we got a 7-0 lead. Let's hold them here. Maybe we can get another one.
2nd and 10. Handoff, and again, nothing doing in the middle of the line. That play just really didn't have a chance to get started. Carry made by number 22 for the Raiders.
Yeah, Tyler Alicia, big boy there. All right.
So it sets up a 3rd and 10.
If you're Hillsborough, you gotta make this first down here. You can't give Washington Township, the ball back on a punt.
I still find it fascinating that they get their people on the field a little late.
Yeah, I mean they're pushing that clock. Now they're switching up again.
From the shotgun formation, quick toss. It is complete, but it's going nowhere. It's
Nowhere.
actually going to lose some yardage. That is Schwartz on the catch, but he had nowhere to go.
Number 28 on that, for Parker Reese on that. Read that all the way, just threw him back down there. Actually for a loss. So if you're Washington Township now, you're probably going to get the ball in a good position. And if you're Hillsborough, offense not really clicking.
Paris Pratt is back to receive the punt, and he's standing in Hillsborough territory.
It always scares me just being this far back. Got to get a good snap. Good one.
Almost blocked again.
Yeah.
This kick is going to be bouncing at the 43. A good roll for Hillsborough. And it's going to go back to Washington Township's 44-yard line.
You're right, Fred. That was a little bit too much pressure for me back there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's something that, if you're Hillsborough, your special teams coordinator's got to take a look at that and say, all right, guys, that was too close for comfort. Now we'll see if Washington Township can put together another drive.
44-yard line is where they start, so they've had good field position on all three possessions so far.
And you know what? They have so many weapons, Washington Township, you really don't know where it's going to come from.
Well, the three names we mentioned, Aquino, Beeler, and Pratt, those are the three main offensive threats. Double wide receiver set to the right side on 1st and 10. Low snap, good job of Aquino handling it, and he hits his man, and it looks like he's going to go the distance after he broke the tackle. A touchdown on one play. That is Elliott Seibert with the catch and run.
They had nobody back there. Extremely poor coverage, on that. Made it really an easy pass to complete. We're looking at it on replay there. All right, he goes down, he cuts across the field. Right there, nobody picks him up. That was really, really all on that defensive back there. He just there's only one receiver back. You gotta cover him, all right? And he just ran past him, and then, when he caught the ball, he goes in for the touchdown.
One play, 56-yard pass connection. Cole Aquino hitting Elliott Seibert, who just took it right up the middle of the field, and once he broke the tackle, as you said, Harry, there was nobody there.
No, and it was really poor coverage. Really poor coverage. Here it is now. All right, you have him breaking through on the right side there. Just doesn't pick him up in time. The ball's in the air. I gotta talk to that defensive back. We gotta have a little meeting on the sideline there, all right? And because it wasn't like they were in the only thing that I can think of to give them maybe some credit, maybe they were in the zone and he thought that the guy on the right side was going to pick him up. But you never release somebody like that, unless you really hear your other defensive back say, I got him, all right?
Well, there's nobody there to say that, as you pointed out. Back to the 5-yard line on the kick, trying to get across the 20, and I felt that here in the press box. That was one whale of a tackle.
Yep, hey, he got him. He was going nowhere.
Well, we mentioned Washington Township with the kind of season they had last year and a senior-laden squad this year.
They're primed to go back-to-back in their minds, and why not?
So the Raiders take over at their own 21-yard line. 3.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Back to throw, and did he catch that? Yeah, he did, apparently. Not much of a game,
Yeah,
though.
not anyway. And really good coverage like that. Maybe Hillsborough can look at the defensive backs for Washington Township and say that's how you play DB.
Just a 1 yard gain.
Yeah, he had great coverage on that. Wasn't going to go anywhere.
Second down and 9, a 1 yard pickup. Hand off into the middle, and there's just, he broke free.
Yeah, it broke through.
Okay. Looked
That's
like
what
he was
they
going to
need.
be stopped at the
They
line
need
of
that.
scrimmage.
They need that. Hillsborough. That was number 2, Andrew Schwartz on that. He was stopped, right at the line of scrimmage. Just kept the legs moving like you're supposed to, and, gives them a manageable third down here.
Ball is spotted at the 28-yard line, so it's 3rd and 3. Looking over to the sideline as the head coach gives them the play.
Yep. Seems like it takes so long, Fred, to get that in there.
Yeah. On 3rd down, the Raiders send the man in motion. Looking to quick toss it, complete at the 35, 40, and down at about the 43-yard line, so they do convert.
Really, number 11 on the catch there. Sanjay Mills on that. Nice pattern, just, simple crossing pattern. Defense had good coverage behind them there. Caught the ball in first down.
So a new set of downs.
Pretty good throw, too.
Quick toss complete for the first down to the 44-yard line. Karana hands off. They'll try a sweep to the left side, but again, they just do a good job of stringing that out. The two players
that's a play that it just takes so long to, materialize. And if you're a defender, you're just scraping, to that side of the field, and there's 3 or 4 of you. They can't block all of you.
Andrew Osborne and Isaac Parra really read that one.
Now you gotta have more of a quick hit on that one. They just strung it all out.
So that play loses 4 yards.
Yeah, it had a nice positive catch there, first down and 10. Now you got second down and 14.
Shotgun setup for the Raiders. Fake handoff, looking to throw it across the middle of the field. He's got his man at the 25, and he ducks inside the 20. He is lassoed at about the 15.
I'll tell you, number 6 on that, Shane Kamara. That was a heck of a pass, Fred.
Yes,
heck of a pass. I'll tell you what, he had to cover some yardage in that. Areas in a slot. All right. Coming down right in the middle. He gets released to the deep back there, but he couldn't get him up in time there. Very fortunate that he didn't go in for the score on that. It wasn't bad coverage, He just had to go from one man to another, and the guy threw a perfect pass. Hard to cover on that one.
47-yard hookup, 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line of Washington Township. High snap handled, and the give off to Schwartz. He backtracks, cuts inside. He's going to get inside the 10. Looked like he was going to get stuffed behind the line, Harry, but he made something out of it.
Washington, there was some poor tackling on that, or poor non-tackle.
With that play, we reach the end of the first quarter. A good one for Washington Township. After one period of play, it's 14-0 Minutemen over the Raiders.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
Well, it's very appropriate. This is why I love music. They're playing I Won't Back Down, and I think that's exactly the attitude that Hillsborough has to have here. After giving up the first 2 touchdowns of the game, they're inside the 10-yard line trying to cut this lead in half.
Great song, great song.
Yep. Second down at the 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Handoff. Schwartz tries to get away. Not this time. He's going to wind up losing the yard.
Yeah, number 11 there, Ethan Binder, didn't give up on that. You know, he had him in the backfield. He juked him a little bit, but he stayed with it. Actually got about a 1-yard loss on that. They've got to capitalize on this, Fred.
Well, they moved it back to the 11, so that's a 2-yard loss from the 9. So 3rd and 8 coming up for the Raiders.
Yeah.
And you're right, they need to score on this drive just to get some momentum back on their side. Snap is handled. Passing it wide open at the 5-yard line. He's going to be shy of the first down.
Boy, there was a little bit of a, whoa, wait a minute, because he had trouble, gathering that ball in there, and Washington Township was right on him. Now we got 1st and goal, makes it a lot more favorable for Hillsborough.
Big catch by Damian Amato, and it sets up 1st and goal from, it looks like, the 2-yard line.
Yeah. All right. He's going to take it from the center there.
Yep. Quarterback's behind center this time. Handoff.
Big boy, number 22.
No indication. And now it is.
Yep.
Very
Zion
late.
Grant. All right. Fred, let's put it this way. He weighs 225 pounds. All right. Kind of hard to stop a guy like that. That's like putting a lineman in there as a, look at him. He just puts his head down. Not going to stop a big boy like that.
Yeah, you like the way he buries his head and then burrows his way into the end
Hey, that's
zone.
where you got to do it. You got to put your head down, keep the legs moving. That looks good. Oh, no.
Wide to the left. So
that doesn't help. That doesn't help.
10:42 left in the second quarter, but Hillsborough has responded with a touchdown of their own. It's 14-6 in favor of Washington Township.
Yeah, Washington Township looked like they were just, cruising a little bit there, but got to give Hillsborough credit there. The one thing I don't like is they missed that extra point. And that's the kind of stuff that you don't think about a lot now, but later on down the line, that could bite you.
Yeah, you don't want to wind up chasing points like that.
No. And that's it. That kind of sets you up that maybe next time you have to go for 2 or, see what happens. But give them credit there. They didn't fall apart there with Washington Township going up by 2 scores, and they answered 14-6. Looks like they got a ball game.
So
Very early.
Big time response by the Raiders to get on the scoreboard. Now Washington Township will look to do their own scoring on this next kickoff.
And now the problem is you gotta stop Washington Township. You can't let them put any more points on the board.
Short kick, a little pooch type kick that's going to go out of bounds. Well, that'll be a penalty against the kicking team.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're afraid of the return team there, I really don't like, that kind of call there. Goes out of bounds, and you're going to give them good field position.
We'll wait to see where they put the ball. Yep.
All right, they're going to re-kick it. I don't understand it. I guess you can, ask for it to be re-kicked.
How about that? Well, again, they marked the penalty off on the kickoff, so they'll kick from the 35.
Right. Now, I hope he doesn't try to pooch this one.
And he does. Ball taken to the 30-yard line across the 35-40. Tries to cut to the left, trying to set up a wall. Good pursuit, though. Great pursuit by number 11.
Number 11 saved the big one on that, He used his, speed on that Samway Mills on that. I'll tell you, because he had a little bit of room left there, and if he had been able to cut that corner, he'd probably be standing in the end zone now.
But again, the Minutemen with great field position, they've averaged right around this area the whole time, 44-yard line.
Yeah, and that has a definite effect on your play calling, when you get the ball at midfield to start with.
14-6 score. Washington Township with the lead and the ball. Aquino hands off to Beeler. He tries to get that right tackle position, does a pretty good job of getting to midfield.
Yeah, that was a little trap, play there. He waited for the guy to come across, get the block in, and he went in behind him. Picks up about 6.5 yards on that. When you got linemen that can trap like that, that really makes it, harder for the defense. They don't know where he's coming from.
Sets up a nice 2nd and 4. Shotgun formation by Aquino. Man in motion to the far side. Low snap handled. The handoff is to Beeler. He's spinning his way forward.
Right.
And we have a
There's
late
a flag coming in here.
Late flag.
Not so sure what this flag is on, but we'll wait for the referee to tell us.
Showing the run. Personal foul. Face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
Oh, gosh. That is not what you want. Not what you want. You plugged up the hole there, made it a workable, down for your defense, and now you're going to give up 15 yards on that. That's not what you want to give Washington Township. Now you got, first down from like the 31.
1st and 10 for the Minutemen. Looking to pad their lead here as Aquino looks over the field. Throws it across the middle. He's got Beeler open. Oh, that's not Beeler. That is number 8. That is Paris Pratt, the other man that we mentioned as a receiving threat. And there's the threat realized.
I'll tell you what, he had 2 guys back there playing defense. Not the greatest communication there. You see him back here, set his feet, throws. He just beat his man there right at the end. All right, it was decent coverage, but when the ball was in the air, he couldn't catch up to him.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. So again, a quick strike by the Minutemen. With 9:30 left in the first half, it's now 21-6 in favor of Washington Township.
I'll tell you what, that's a heartbreaker, on your team. You come down there, you make it a 14-6 game, 1 possession, all right? Then you have not a great penalty there on the face mask, give you an extra 15 yards, and you say, oh, what the heck, let's go for a bomb here. Throw it in. Now you're behind 21-6.
You don't want to give Washington Township all these opportunities. That penalty did turn into a quick 6.
Yeah. They just said, let's strike like when the iron's hot.
That's the one. You got it. So Township getting set to kick. Luke Sheets puts the ball in play. Line drive kick that's going to be taken at about the 8-yard line up the middle, 15-20, 25-30, and near the 35-yard line. Pretty good return.
Yeah, he had they gave him a nice little seam there, to get him to 35 and then get what he can get, out of it down there. Good return.
Shane Carana on the return, so he sets up some decent field position for Hillsborough.
Those girls, now they got to answer. Got to answer. I'll tell you what, they surely
they
a lot of time to call the plays in. When you're behind by 2 scores, maybe I would get them in a little bit quicker. The clock's not your friend at this juncture.
On first down, up the middle, maybe 2 or 3 yards tops.
I'll tell you what, they read that play, Washington Township. They didn't go for the fake, at all on that one. Give them credit for staying home.
Swartz picks up 3 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 7. Double wide receiver set this time for the Raiders.
Still taking forever.
Looking to throw across the middle. Oh, what a catch.
What a catch.
I think he caught it. He thinks he caught it.
Yeah.
And I think the officials agree. Good catch there.
Wait, what do we got
Shane
here?
Carana.
Are they saying no? They're saying no catch. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Penalty. Yeah.
Wow.
Tough call on that. I really thought he had it. Looked like that on the screen too, but we don't have any stripes on our shirts, so it really doesn't matter what we think.
Well, that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and about 7.
Yep.
That one hurt. That one hurt a little bit. That would have kept the drive going.
Well, you just have to convert on 3rd down.
Yeah. Gosh, it's taking
Again, late substitutions.
Yeah, and they just barely make the clock.
Again, double wide receiver set up. Empty backfield. Looking to throw, rolls to his left. He actually tosses it, and it's almost intercepted.
Yeah, really dangerous throw on that, especially when you throw it that high. People get their hands on the ball's floating up in the air. Any defensive back in the vicinity might be able to get that one.
Not sure the quarterback couldn't have picked up the 7 yards once he got started running.
Bro, there was a couple of nice holes there.
Let's see. Yeah, he decided to throw.
Yeah, he had a shot.
He had one man in the vicinity, but I don't know. He looked like
It's not the easiest throw, to make. You're throwing across your body on that, and it's hard to get your, you don't have your feet set or anything. It's all arm. Very difficult throw.
Bunny formation, and there's the block. We figured it was going to happen sooner or later. The block is made by number 44, and that is Gabe Palaganis. They've been coming close, and this time they make no mistake about it.
Well, Fred, we don't want to say we were right, but we were right.
They just get great penetration.
Yeah.
And Palaganis was all over it.
The guy missed the whole block there, and they got, coming in like that. And we said it was taking, way too long the last couple of punts they have. This is like, Washington Township really doesn't need that right now.
So they take over at the Hillsborough 33-yard line.
They got a lead now, and now they got a chance to, punch it in and really put Hillsborough in a hole.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Shotgun formation as Aquino awaits the snap. Fakes the handoff, quick toss is complete. It's got a setup of some blockers, and Pratt takes it across the 20-yard line.
Nice little screen pass there. They had a lot of motion, going on there. Really confused the defense. Like, who do we cover on this? Then he gets there. Now I wouldn't be surprised. They got 2nd and about a yard, Fred. I wouldn't be surprised if they try for one in the end zone here. Take a shot.
2nd down and 2. They hand off to Beeler. He trips and he kneels on it, so he's going to be called down.
I would have taken a shot here. You know what I mean? Try to put it right, put the game away.
Well, when you have the running back that you have in Beeler, 3rd and 2 is not a bad situation. It's 3rd and 2 now, after the kneel down. They hand off again, trying to bounce it outside. I don't know.
It's going to be close.
Osborne tried to get that right side.
I think he probably has it. They're just giving it to him, Yeah. Right now you've got Washington and Township in full, control. Put this one in. It's really going to be a tough uphill battle for Hillsborough.
1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Handoff up the middle. And getting near the 10, maybe beyond the 10-yard line.
Andrews Osborne on that carry there. Nice big back.
Ball spotted at the 9-yard line, so give him 8 yards and a very makeable second down.
He's 230, Fred. A big boy.
2nd and 2. Aquino will hand off again. Osborne again.
Yeah.
And he's got a first down near the 5-yard line.
Yeah. Just give it to the big guy. Give it to the big guy. Tell your lineman, get a body on a body over there, and let's get into the end zone again.
Yeah, those linemen giving him a nice lane to run into.
Yeah, I mean, and to tell you the truth, there's nothing that you want to do here. You don't want to put the ball in the air if you don't have to, right? Just keep pounding it there. Safe. You're getting yardage every time you go up the middle.
Well, they are definitely utilizing Andrew Osborne. This time they will pass it. And just shy of the end zone is Paris Pratt.
Yeah, Kevin Jones saved the touchdown on that one. He did give him the pass reception, but stopped him from going into the end zone there.
Maybe a little more than a yard away, yard and a half away.
That was a safe pass, though. Very safe.
Over center this time. They hand off and right into the end zone.
That's it.
Again, nothing fancy, and Osborne takes it in.
Or was that Kamara?
Trying to see the number clearly. It might have been number 6, actually.
Yeah, I think it was Kamara.
Beeler.
Yeah, all right. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that was number 6, Kamara. Tell you what, that hole was as big as you could drive a truck through that hole.
So Washington Township continuing to build up a lead. Looking for their 4th extra point of the game. Not sure they have all the men in there. Yep.
Yep.
See, Washington Township can do it too.
Somebody was sleeping on the sideline there. Come on, buddy. It's your chance to get in on a play,
Yeah. Sheets puts the kick up. And the kick is good. So with 5:24 left in the first half, Washington Township up by 22. They now lead 28-6.
And I'll tell you what, you better start getting your plays in quicker now. You have no time, to spend over there. And it was tough. They had a chance to answer on that and cut it down, but Washington Township is definitely in control here. They very much look like the Group 5 South champions right now.
Yeah, they return a lot of the seniors that were juniors a year ago and got it done. They're getting it done today as well. Luke Sheets getting set to put the ball in play on the kickoff.
Wow.
A good kick all the way back inside the 5-yard line to about the 2, across the 10, 15, 20,
Ooh.
And a big hit right around the 25-yard line.
Yeah. Let's give number 25 some credit on that one, Hagen land on that. He delivered a nice blow. Hey, if you're only on a kickoff team, you might as well get a good shot on.
Shane Carana on the return, gets just past the 25. They put it at the 26. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Again, a lot of players coming in late. All right, I think we're ready.
A lot of confusion, it seems, over there.
Washington Township line shifting around, and I think we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, didn't have much of a choice.
Well, you don't want to waste timeouts like that.
No, especially when you're in a hole like this. You don't want to, you don't want to blow a timeout here. If you have every chance to get in the game, you get down there, you get close, you want to set something up. No, not a good timeout. But Probably would have got a 5-yard penalty, Fred, by the time they got everybody set up.
Yep.
Now, I tell you what, Washington Township, total control in this game.
They have put up 4 touchdowns and allowed just 1.
And you just how the game changes, you know. Hillsborough had that chance to cut into it, wasn't able to do it. Now they're really dug a hole for themselves.
On first down, handoff, trying a sweep to the right side, but nothing doing.
Nothing there. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Actually lost a couple of yards back to the 24.
Yeah, well, now, you know, you got that nice big lead there for Washington. You're teeing off as a lineman, all right? You're, like, feeling really good about yourself. Get in there, make a couple tackles. Tell those guys, look, you're not getting back in this game. We're in control.
2nd and 12 coming up for the Raiders from their own 24-yard line. They go shotgun here, dropping back, looking to throw. He avoids one tackle, but the rest of the sea of blue comes in.
Well, you know what bothers me? I'll tell you what bothers me. If you looked at that, seen that play over again, at the end of the play, you got 3 white guys, 3 light linemen standing there looking at their quarterback getting killed. Watch. All right, there they are. All right. And look at all the guys over here, 4 guys in white, all right? You got to stay on that block until that whistle blows. If your guy, you missed him, go get somebody else. Don't let your quarterback get killed like that.
That play lost 8 yards, so it's back near the 15-yard line.
Yep.
3rd and long. 3rd and 21. Rolling to his right. That's going to be intercepted. You saw that interception coming.
Yeah, no problem. That was a really poor decision by the quarterback to throw that ball. They had 3 men in coverage there. 3 men in coverage there. I don't know how he couldn't see that, but maybe we see better from upstairs.
Yeah, you have a bigger view up here for sure.
There it is, and you see 3 guys around the ball there. I'll tell you what, 2 Washington Township guys, one of them was going to catch it, but all the Hillsborough receivers didn't have a chance on that one.
Elliott Seibert with the interception, and he sets up shop for the Minutemen at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Plenty of time, 3.5 minutes still to go in the second quarter.
Oh, yeah. They got, tell you what, full control here.
Aquino awaits the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, looks to throw, has a man in the corner of the end zone, is not going to get it to him.
Yeah, actually nice coverage. That was the best coverage on a receiver I've seen today. He had no chance in that. Good decision by the quarterback to just throw it away.
Yeah, the intended receiver was Anthony Forte. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Now they don't even huddle; they go right to the line of scrimmage area. They want to get into the end zone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Want to put up another score before halftime.
2nd and 10, and I tell you what, that was a busted play, and Aquino just decided to take it himself. He'll get a couple of yards, but
they're number 10's coming off the field saying, "What the heck was that, Jalen Robinson? All right, was that what I was supposed to do? Who messed this up? All right." But I guess when you're up by this much, 22 points, you can make a few mistakes.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Minutemen. They send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Aquino straight drop back, has some time to throw, and now he's lost all that time. I think he might have lost a yard.
I'll tell you what, if you look downfield, it was a good decision on his part, all right, because Hillsborough had great coverage on the receivers downfield that way. He really had no place to go. The only thing he could have done maybe was thrown it away instead of taking the loss.
Well, they spotted at the 26, so it'll be 4th and 10.
Yeah, and a little bit too far for a field goal try here.
Well, they did convert 1 4th down that led to a touchdown run.
Right.
So we'll see if they can do it again. Aquino looking to throw. Across the middle, he's got a man open, and it's a touchdown. The catch made by Anthony Forte. 2 4th down touchdowns for the Minutemen.
I'll tell you what, there's 2 defensive backs there. All right, take a look. All right, there's 2 defensive backs right there. And they just don't have them, they just don't cover them.
Aquino put in a good spot for Forte.
Yeah, he put it in a good spot. You know, but you got 2 guys back on 1 receiver there. They finally have a miscue, missed the extra point.
2 minutes exactly left on the second quarter clock, and the Minutemen in cruise control for this first half. 34-6, Washington Township leads Hillsborough.
Wow. Tell you what, when we were here before the last game, it was a running clock. Are we doomed for that again?
Well, we're at 28-point difference.
Yeah.
So another touchdown, extra point will put us there.
What is it, 35 or 33? I forget.
I think it's 35.
34?
34.
All right, 34. All right. I got to get my rule book out.
35,
right.
33, 34.
34.
Hut, hut.
Yeah.
But Washington Township just getting it done, as we expected they would.
Yeah. Not knowing much about Hillsborough, but, you know, I don't know really how much they had coming back this year, but, you know, they were in the playoffs last year, lost in the semifinal.
This kick is going to go back into the end zone.
Wow. And
so
that's
even
it.
the kicking game working pretty well for the Minutemen.
yeah, now, you know, you take a look at the sideline over there for Hillsborough, and, you know, it looks like everybody's got their head down, you know.
Yeah.
When you're down by this, you know, your chances of coming back are not real good. But you know what? It's only the first game of the year. Let's see what kind of heart these guys have. Are you just going to pack it in now and say, all right, we came down here, we got beat, or are we going to try to, you know, make ourselves look at least a little bit better?
They have 2 minutes to work with before the end of the half.
What kind of pride do we have?
Handoff. Decent surge, about 5-yard pickup. Schwartz on the carry, and he gets it to the 25-yard line. Now they're going to mark it the 26. The nose of the football facing the 26.
Yeah. I mean, what are we, you know, are we going to try to get something here, or are we just going to run out the clock, try to go in there and regroup, get ourselves back together?
Trips to the right side. Quarterback has the snap across the middle, complete for a first down across the 35, and he's bounced across the 40.
I'll tell you, he does throw a good ball there, you know. Does throw a really good ball, you know, to number 1, Hamad Kamara right there. Open, he drilled it right in.
Yeah, Hamid took a good shot at the end of that play, but he surged forward for another couple of yards.
Yeah.
Ball at the 41-yard line, just over a minute remaining in the half. Again, looking to throw. Good way to get away, and it's across the 45, near midfield, and he got out of bounds.
Yeah.
That'll stop the clock.
Got to stop the clock there. Good move there. I'll tell you, there was a really nice rush from the outside there for Washington Township, and he really didn't have a chance to look at his receivers down there. So he made the best decision by, you know, tucking it under and, you know, getting what he could, get it out of bounds, and live to have another play.
Now it was Devin Karana, the quarterback for the Raiders. They marked the ball just past the 50 at the 49, so a 9-yard pickup. 2nd and 1. Back to throw across the middle. He's got a man wide open at the 39 and gets inside the 30-yard line. Catch made by Shane Karana.
Tell you what, that guy fit right in the pocket there. 2 defensive backs, a little back too far on that one, and he drilled that ball there. That was a heck of a throw.
Half a minute left, so they still have a chance to get into the end zone, and they would love to do that before the half. 1st and 10 from the 30. He is going to be getting away
Yeah,
back to
not this time.
Well, he got a yard out of it, but they'll take a timeout with 14 seconds left.
Here's where you think about that other timeout that they wasted, Fred, you know, in a situation like this. Like I said, that can come back to bite you.
Yeah, by my count, they still have one left.
Yeah, they should have two, though.
That's correct. They spot the ball at the 29-yard line, where it'll be second down and 9 for Hillsborough.
Hey, you know, this is big for them. They're really behind, you know, the 8-ball here. They'd love to get a score and regain maybe a little bit of confidence to go into the second half.
And they did defer, so they will get the kickoff to start the second half.
Right.
So a touchdown here, and then the opening possession could turn the game around for them a
right.
little bit.
Hey. Yeah, this is what you call good old gut checks. What do you got, guys? You know, forget about looking at the scoreboard. Just play each down.
Well, if you're going to pass the ball, you might want to make it a quick pass. There's only 14 seconds left.
Right.
He is going to throw it. Airs it up, and this is in that area where it's an easy pick, and here we go. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and pushed out of bounds. Yeah, he put it up into center field, and playing it well was Paris Pratt. Of course, Paris Pratt's a great wide receiver, so you would think that he's going to make a nice play on this.
Hey, you're going for it here. You're really throwing the ball up, all right? You know, he didn't have enough air under that one, all right? And the defensive backs, you know, they knew it was coming, and they just stayed there, and, you know, he picks it off. Kind of an easy interception on that.
They threw it into double coverage.
Yeah.
It's never a good thing.
No.
So it's brought back onto the Hillsborough side of the field at the 48-yard line.
You want to go in with the lead here, or you want to just throw up one for grabs, Fred?
50-50 call. With the way they succeeded with the
Yeah, can we call a friend?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go. Well, they're in shotgun formation with three receivers to one side, and Aquino is looking to throw the ball, but he got away from one. There's flags down as the ball is in the end zone, knocked away. But we have three flags back at the 45-yard line.
I think it was face mask. All right. I think they grabbed his face mask on that one before. I'll tell you got a lot of laundry on the field down there. I'll tell you what, they need to do a wash. A lot down there, three of them. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, we have a Washington Township player down at the goal line.
That's not good.
Await the call here.
Let's see what we got. Can't end it on a penalty, so we'll probably have an untimed down.
Long discussion.
Doing a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Right.
Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down. We will have one on-time down.
Yep. Well,
with the penalty being against
I already
the
told them
defense.
that, right?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So that'll give Township one more crack at it.
Hey, what's the big deal now? Throw it in the end zone. Maybe somebody catches it.
Ball is placed at the 33-yard line for one more play.
And if you're Hillsborough, you better bring some pressure. Don't give them all day to pass. Don't give them all day to pass.
They're talking field goal, and they're going to send their kicker out. So Luke Sheets will be trying what is basically a 50-yard kick.
Yeah. I guess with a lead like this, you want to maybe, give him a shot, see how long his leg can go.
Yeah, basically this is a free play, so why not?
Yep.
A 50-yard attempt coming up. We'll see what kind of foot Luke Sheets has. He's done pretty well on kickoff, so
Yeah.
he may be able to hit this one. Snap is good, kick is up, and this one's going to be well short.
Way short.
Short and a little bit wide.
Yeah, hey.
No harm, no foul, as they
That's
say.
it.
So we have reached the end of the first half. A pretty good half for Washington Township. 2, not 1, but 2 fourth down touchdowns to take a 34-6 lead into the half. We'll be back after this.
It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn, since 1940.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn, since 1940.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges, from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com.
Welcome back to Rowan University, Richard Wacker Stadium, where the Battle of the Beach is going on. The 5th annual Battle of the Beach. A lot of good times have been had by a lot of great teams. So far in the schedule of these games, only one really close game, and that was Bergen Catholic versus East St. Louis. Jordan Thomas blocking a punt in that game that led to a touchdown and a 2-point conversion for the win. So there's the kind of game you like seeing.
Yeah.
22-21 that was.
Those are few and far between, but they're the best games to do. Much better than we have right here.
Well, it's Washington Township. No surprise that they are dominating. They come into this year loaded with returning talent, a lot of seniors, and they certainly got the job done. First scoring on a 25-yard run by Cole Aquino. That happening on 4th down. That happened with 5:33 left in the first quarter. And less than 2 minutes later, it was Aquino that hooked up with Elliott Seibert. He passed it to about the 40-yard line. And then a missed tackle led to Seibert's just running away from the field and scoring a big touchdown there. And that made it 14-0. Less than 2 minutes, they had those 2 touchdowns. Now, Hillsborough made a game of it. They came back and scored a 2-yard run with under 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. But then again, it was Cole Aquino passing to Paris Pratt for a touchdown. That made it 21-6. Colin Bieber, I knew I was going to do that. Colin Beeler, see that Justin Bieber's in there.
Yeah, there you go. He's in your head.
It's Beeler. He scored in a 2-yard run. Luke Sheets got his 4th extra point kick of the day, made it 28-6. And then the great pass that Cole Aquino made in between 2 Hillsborough defenders, and he nailed his receiver there, Forte, with a great pass, and that made it 34-6 with just 2 minutes left in that first half. So there's your scoring summary. Hillsborough getting the opening kickoff of the second half, but again, putting it into the end zone. Now, how do you miss a 50-yard field goal when you can kick it 60-plus yards on a kickoff?
Well, that one was a little low. Wouldn't have gone through the uprights anyway there. But, hey, when you have a big lead like that, you might as well give them a chance. You never know when it's going to come up, maybe throughout the season here. So let's see what he's got, when you put him in that situation with really no pressure. All right, let's see if we can get Hillsborough going here, see if they made any adjustments at halftime and can answer.
Well, the first adjustment is getting the play in very quickly. Quick toss, it is complete. That's a good catch there by the sideline, maybe a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, they're probably going to throw the ball now. They came out in, 2 wide receivers on both sides of the, twins on both sides of the field there. So they're going to, probably try to, throw the ball, see if they can get something quick. Now, if you're Washington Township, don't worry about the run. Tee off on the quarterback.
2nd and 6 after the 4-yard gain. Handoff up the middle across the 25, near the first down. He might be a little bit short.
Now, what did I say? They weren't going to run the ball, Fred?
Well, Andrew Schwartz would like to differ because he just ran 5 yards.
Yeah, and that was good. And they had a blitz on that. And the funny thing was the blitzer, the linebacker, ran right past the ball carrier. He was going after the quarterback. He thought what I thought, they were going to throw on every down.
3rd and 1. Very makeable situation, trying to get that first down. Man in motion. Handoff up the middle and caught 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's a good read of the play by number 10, and that is Jalen Robinson, who's right on top of it.
I'll tell you what, they pulled the lineman like that. I thought they were going to go outside, and the linebacker there for Washington Township shot right through the hole and, stopped them. Now they have no choice but to punt the ball, where you're behind by this much. So you got the ball, you got clean first downs, and you made nothing out of it.
That's the last time that you needed a 3-and-out, trailing by as many points as Hillsborough is trailing, 34-6.
Oh, God.
And now the snap goes over the head into the end zone, and it's kicked deeper, and we're going to get a safety, I believe. Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
He saved the touchdown by jumping on it, but he almost missed it.
Let me tell you, that ball was all over the place. All over the place. And number 11 for Washington Township. Ethan Bunder is like clapping his hands and everything. I had that. I could have had a touchdown.
But
all right.
First of all, the snap is too high, as you'll see here.
Oh, yeah, it's way over.
And then when he went into the end zone, they actually
kicked the ball.
Kicked it. Yeah. It was an inadvertent kick, but nonetheless, instead of giving up 6, they gave him just 2. That's the only saving grace of that play.
We used to have a drill back in high school on the ball there. You dove on it. Don't try to pick it up. Don't try to pick it up. When you try to pick it up, sometimes them feet get in the way there. So that was really a bad, bad play. And to come out in the second half like that is not a good thing.
Not at all. 3 and out, and then the safety on a high snap punt into your own end zone.
Wow. Tell you what, if you want a horror show, just show the tape to the team on Monday, all right? Anything that could go wrong in this game for Hillsborough, unfortunately has.
So they'll get a free kick from their 20-yard line following the safety.
Now, are they going to kick it to the side again, or going to maybe try to go long? Nope, they did it again.
It's going to be taken at about the 42-yard line, brought across midfield, and racked up there. So the return made by number 33. That's Drew Dorsey.
Yeah, you're Dorsey on that. You tell him, catch the ball, get out of bounds, put our offense on the field, and see if we can put this into a running clock.
Yeah, one more score will do that.
Yep.
It's now a 30-point lead, so a touchdown puts us into that area where the clock will continue to run. Ball is spotted at the 46-yard line of Hillsborough.
And if you're Washington Township, you're really in no hurry. You can take your time with this lead.
The Minutemen come up to the line of scrimmage for their first play of the second half. Aquino awaits the snap. He'll hand off over to the left side, bouncing around and maybe picking up a yard. That's about it.
Tried that one. There was a lot of misdirection on that, but give Hillsborough credit. They stayed in their lanes and they played it right. All right, didn't go for any of the fakes, crisscross in the backfield.
Yep, they took away all the running space for Beeler, so it's 2nd and 10. Snap is there, rushes on, and a sack behind the 45-yard line. There's a big defensive play.
Number 22, all right, for Hillsborough.
Zion Grant.
So that's a great one. Let's see how he came off the line on that. All right, he shot the gap there. They opened up a gap for him on that right-hand side there. He came through unblocked, and, quarterback for Washington Township didn't have a chance on that one.
3rd and 20, back at their own 44-yard line. Little quick toss is complete. Some running room, but nowhere near the first down.
Try to get back what you lost on that play there. Just
Jake
a wide receiver screen on that. Got 10 yards. But it'll bring up 4th down. He'll kick it here and try to put Hillsborough, deep in their own territory.
Back near the 40-yard line to punt the football away. That's a high snap. Good one-hand stab and kick. Ball will bounce inside, and it's going to go into the end zone.
I'll tell you what, you got to give credit to the Washington Township line on that. I mean, they stood there, all right, and they gave him, even though a bad snap, like that, they didn't give up a block punt. They stayed with their blocks.
That was very impressive one-hand stab as well by the punter.
Yeah, Washington Township seems to have it all. Good punter, good place kicker, great offense and defense. I think they're going to go far this year.
So the Raiders now with their second possession of the second half, 8:30 to go in the third quarter. 36-6 the score. A handoff into the middle of the line, maybe a yard at most.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny. You see the line for Washington Township. They're getting in there free. They're teeing off on them. They got nothing to worry about. It's maybe a chance, like Fred, in the fourth quarter to get some of your reserves in, see what you have, with them.
2-yard pickup by Walls, so it'll be 2nd down and 8 from the Hillsborough 22-yard line.
Still
looking at the sideline for a play.
And still, drive me crazy.
2, 1. Well, the clock just ran out. Should be a delay, but no call.
Yeah.
And now, the whistle blows now. That's going to be a delay again.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Did he just indicate procedure?
I don't know.
Either way, it's not good.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, put an NG there. Not good.
Not good. So this will cost the Hillsborough squad 5 yards.
Not what you need.
Well, they went with the leg game. So it's now 2nd and 13 back at the 17-yard line.
I hope they can get this one in quick.
Well, they still have 21 seconds.
Yeah.
So I like their chances, although, again, very slow setup.
Still giving signals over there.
Wow.
We're in single digits, so we're probably making, we're going to go right down to it. 4 seconds.
Quick toss is complete at about the 26-yard line and pushed out of bounds.
I'll tell you, that was a heck of a pass. He put it there with the only one that could catch it was that receiver. All right, give him credit for that one. Really put it right in there.
Andrew Schwartz on the catch.
And now they got a makeable 3rd down here.
9-yard pickup does make it 3rd and 4. Nothing like battling the PA announcer. 3rd and 4 for Hillsborough. They have trips to the left side.
Oh,
nice catch.
My gosh.
He caught that in traffic, and it should be enough for the 1st down.
Traffic, he had 3 guys around him on that, Fred. 3 guys around that. That's what you call great concentration by the receiver. He wasn't afraid to get hit or anything like that. Kept his eyes on the ball. All right. Right there, that was a play where they had 3 receivers in about a 3-yard span of each other.
It's a great catch by Shane Carana.
Yeah, excellent.
The quarterback, Carana, with a throw. Nice catch at the 40-yard line. 1st down across the 45.
Yeah, number 11. He's got some big size there.
Sanjay Mills.
Yeah. He's made a couple catches today.
So some back-to-back plays there for Hillsborough, getting in near midfield.
Hey, we're looking for positives. Forget the scoreboard. We're looking for positives here for Hillsborough.
1st and 10 to 47, handoff.
Not this
right
time.
at the line of scrimmage. Schwartz had nowhere to go.
Yeah. Yeah, nowhere. Nowhere. They're going to give him a yard on it, all right? Made it that far.
2nd and 8 coming up.
If you're Hillsborough, you got to just look for positives. Don't look at the scoreboard, Guys, we got 8, maybe 9 more games if we made the playoffs, all right? Let's work on things here. Get better.
Shotgun setup, double wide receiver set. Quarterback dropping back, and he avoids the tackle, and we have a flag, so this one might be nullified.
Yeah, this might be a hold. I would put my money on a hold there.
Good read of the play by Devin Carana to just take it up the field.
Yeah.
But, as you said, it probably is coming back.
Yeah. It's right in that area there. Yep, there it is. Not what they needed on this drive, to put them back like that. Gosh, now you got 2nd in the farm, 2nd and almost 20.
Ball is spotted at the 38-yard line of Hillsborough.
Now if you want to score, you have no choice but to put the ball in the air. And that's going to give Washington Township their line, just put their ears back and go after them. Just pin their ears back and try to get to that quarterback. And they're going to come with a blitz, too.
Here they come.
Yep.
Looking
Double blitz, yep. And up.
And he's not going to
Saw that coming. Saw that coming. You know, they blitzed both of their inside linebackers on that. There just wasn't enough blockers there if you're, you know, Hillsborough to really, you know, do anything with that attack from that line of scrimmage there. Especially when you have, you know, twins on both outsides there. It leaves you with 7 guys. Take away the quarterback, you're 1 man short. For blocking purposes.
3rd and very long, and now we have a whistle. Washington Township is going to take a timeout. So I'm not sure if they saw something they didn't like, but they call it timeout.
Yeah, well, you saw the, you know, one coach throw up his hands like, you know, that's the what are we doing, you know, position that they take there. So something they saw they didn't like, and even though the score is, you know, much in their favor, they're going to correct the mistake.
4:47 left in this 3rd quarter. A 30-point lead for Washington Township, 36-6.
Yeah, they've got a, you know, pretty big chunk of change here to get a first down. Maybe they just wanted to take a break, Washington Township.
It'll be 3rd and 24 when they do resume play. You go to your playbook to find out those 24-yard plays that you can gain.
Screen pass. All right, screen pass because they're probably going to send everybody. That's what I would call here. All right.
3rd and 24 from their own 33. Back to throw across the middle, a little bit underthrown.
Yeah, a little bit underthrown there. And, you know, Washington Township right now, they know they're going to throw. They're only sending 3 guys on the interior. You know, they got a 3-4 set, you know, on their defense there. Sending 3 guys, everybody else is in coverage. Now you got a punting situation, they'll get the ball back.
4:42 showing on the clock. Punting situation for Hillsborough, trailing by 30.
Guess what they wanted? They got what they wanted at the timeout, Fred.
It worked out, didn't it?
Yep. Now they're sending people here. Already had 1 block.
Here they come. Again, a very long time in trying to punt that, but he does get it off, and he gets another fine roll. Going to die at about the 34-yard line.
You know what you see on that play there, Fred? The guy that's in front of the kicker, you're not supposed to go backwards. All right, you should be coming up to meet the rush.
Exactly.
All right,
yeah.
Instead of, you know, going backwards there and happen what happened the last time.
Yeah, you're giving ground. You don't want to do that.
No.
You want to meet the blocker or at least the rusher head on.
Yep, head on, and, you know, don't go backwards.
So the Minutemen have the ball at their own 34-yard line. 4.5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. A very comfortable lead for the Minutemen. First and 10, they have 2 receivers split to the right side. Aquino will hand off, breaking some tackles near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Now he's still going. I guess they blew the whistle. I didn't hear it either.
Well, some people must have heard it because they were all standing around.
Yeah.
But, you know, hey, give him credit. He didn't hear it. He kept going. So that's what you try to do.
Jalen Robinson on the carry. He picked up 3, looks like, maybe 4. Actually, 4 yards.
I guess they said his forward progress was stopped, you know, because he was still moving.
2nd down and 6. Aquino gets the shotgun snap. Quick toss is complete. Some blockers in front across the 45. First down picked up.
Yeah, I'll tell you, nice play there. They sent him in motion on that, and they threw the ball to him. They had 2 blockers in front of him. Nice play.
Ethan Binder on the catch, and the pickup goes to the 47-yard line. Very efficient.
Yeah.
You get that one blocker in front of you.
Yeah, and it, you know, even though it's only short yardage, you can break something like that.
1st and 10, 47-yard line for Washington Township. Handoff into the middle and breaking through. Spinning free at the 40-yard line, and he's still up on his feet inside the 20, down near the 11-yard line. A tremendous run by Jalen Robinson.
Wow.
That middle opened right up, and boy, did he take advantage of it.
That's a highlight film. That's highlight right there. Here we got it on the screen there. All right. He goes inside. You know, it looks like he was going to get caught right there. It tripped him up, didn't come down. Then he puts straight arm there, and he picks up another almost 20 yards running with 2 guys there. Guy almost looks like he grabbed him by the helmet, but wasn't the face mask. What a great run that was. That's what you're taught as a running back. You're not down till you're down on the ground.
So the ball spotted at the Hillsborough 11-yard line.
I don't know what we're doing here. All right, now we're going to start the clock.
1st and 10 from the Hillsborough 11. Aquino with the snap. He hands off, trying to bounce it left side, near the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you, he's a very, very patient runner there. You know, he's moving, but he's moving side to side, making sure that he's going to hit the hole there. I like his patience there, because if he went right away, he might have not gotten anywhere. But he let his blocker, you know, get in front of him and followed him right into the hole.
Jair Moore with the 5-yard run. 2nd and 5 from the 6. And busting it to the right side. He's going to get into the end zone.
Yeah.
Right. I like the little tiptoe into the end zone as well.
Yep, that's it.
That is Moore with the touchdown. Jair Moore, 6-yard touchdown run.
Everybody's getting in on it today for Fred if you're Washington Township Minutemen.
Absolutely. Get everybody involved.
Yep.
So Sheets will try the extra point. Kick is up. And the kick is
That's
through.
good.
So with 1:50 left in this 3rd quarter, Washington Township in cruise control. They now lead it 43-6.
Looks like we'll be going to that running clock. Yeah, I'll tell you, they have really put on a show, Washington Township. And you know what, Fred? They've gotten everybody involved. You know, when you go down to the scores like you have them on that paper, you're not seeing back to back to back, you know, stuff like that.
Aquino, Seibert, Paris Pratt. Now Jair Moore has scored. Of course, the safety added on there.
So what do you got, 5 guys, 6 guys?
Yeah, something like that. But everybody's getting in.
Yep.
And when you have a team like this,
yeah, well,
tossing it around like that is a great thing. Everybody's involved.
You're not able to just center on one guy with all the weapons they have.
Sheets' kick is down near the goal line, bringing it across the 5,
Gonna
10,
run it out.
15, and getting it just past the 20-yard line. That return made by number 6, and that would be Shane Corona.
That was number 6.
And now you're probably seeing now, because you're going to have the running clock, if you're going to make substitutions, you're going to probably start almost now, all right? Or either that or wait till the beginning of the 4th quarter. But this is, you know, this is a chance for you to, you know, get some of your second stringers in there, see what they've got, you know, give them some time so they want to come to practice every day.
Another timeout by Washington Township.
All right, well, that stops the clock.
Uh-huh.
I guess they wwere probably saying, all right, you guys know that we're on a running clock here. All right, this is the way the situation goes.
57 seconds showing on the third quarter clock. A 43-6 score favoring Washington Township.
Tell you, you've had 2 back-to-back games here where you have running clock. You don't see that always.
So Hillsborough will operate from their 21-yard line.
You know, and it's tough when you're coaching like this and you're getting beat this bad. You know, you got to find something inside of you to help your kids, you know, keep playing. And I think you're seeing a lot of second stringers, you know, just come in now for Washington Township.
First down play coming up. They do have a new quarterback in, and we'll mention his name shortly, but the pass is caught by Andrew Swartz. The new quarterback is Cooper Wright.
Right. Get him some time in there, too.
They got enough for a first down. So they'll move the chains. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line, and even 10 yards picked up. We'll see what kind of spark that Wright can give the squad.
Well, you got a lot of clean jerseys in there for Washington Township.
Incomplete, throw it
Giving
behind
them a
the
chance.
receiver, yeah. I will say Wright looks in those 2 pass plays, he looks sharp. He gets back to his spot and throws a quick ball.
Yeah, just a little bit too low for the receiver.
That play will end the third quarter. So after 3 periods of play, Washington Township in domination mode. They lead 43-6. The fourth quarter coming your way soon. Final 12 minutes of this game just about set to begin. Hillsborough has the ball, but they trail 43-6. Right now, as you mentioned, Harry, they're just looking for some positive things. Get a touchdown here somehow.
Yeah. Keep playing. Keep playing. Like I said, Washington Township, you see a lot of clean jerseys in there. It's second team, mostly probably for them.
Wright gets the snap from center, looks, fires, and is tipped and incomplete. Getting his hand on that for Washington Township was number 19. Let's see if we get a number there.
I'll tell you what, that was an ill-advised throw there. He threw right in the coverage there. All right.
Yeah, Chase Worth got his hand on it. Let's take a look at it.
Not much pressure on him back there. Yeah, that was there were 3 blue jerseys around 1 white jersey. That's not the recipe for success.
So it's a third down situation, 3rd and 10. Wright has a man, bobble, but he catches it, gets across the 40, 50, 40. It's a race to the end zone. Let's see if he can win it. Not quite.
No.
He gets to the 10-yard line, and that was after bobbling the initial catch.
I'm looking on the field to make sure there's no laundry there. No yellow flags, all right? All right, that gets the crowd for Hillsborough up a little bit on their feet there. He just couldn't make it, Fred.
The fact that he caught it was amazing.
Yeah,
he bobbled
absolutely.
It,
there he goes. I'll tell you what.
and he's now on the sideline catching his breath.
Yeah, he needs a little drink of water and, 1 play off. he probably wants to be back in there, though, to have a chance to complete it.
We
Oh,
have a
gosh.
lot of movement, so that'll probably be an illegal procedure.
There's so many bodies moving out there, you don't know who it was on.
Yeah, false start.
Okay, false
I
start.
keep forgetting that the U phrase is false start.
Yeah.
So that'll move the ball back to the 15-yard line.
You got to go first, 15 yards for a touchdown.
So first and goal at the 15.
Can't get it first.
Pass is complete, caught right around the 8-yard line.
Nice little slant pattern there. Good throw. A better throw would have, maybe had an opportunity to get some more yardage on that, but it's a complete pass. Now you got a second and goal from the 9.
Jeff Progan on that reception, second and goal from the 9-yard line, trying to get their second touchdown of the day. Looking for the corner, a lot of contact there, no flag. There was some entanglement there, but no flag.
But you know what? It was both ways, Fred. It was both ways there. Both guys were, in there. All right. Jocelyn, there's no pass interference on that. They're both going for the ball. Could you have called something? Maybe, but, it's pretty close on that. Both of them would have been guilty in my mind. But I don't have any flags, so it really doesn't matter.
That might be a good thing. Hamid Kamara was the intended receiver, so we have third and goal. At this point of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down if they don't make it.
Sure.
Hand off, and again,
nothing.
that front line really just closes it off immediately.
All right. Fred, I think you got to throw on this one.
Yeah.
You got to ask those boys up front, come on, guys, give me a little bit of time.
Yeah, Jaden Sanchez doing a good job of just sealing that one right at the line of scrimmage for Washington Township. So, yeah, pass play more than definite. We'll see who it goes to.
All right, you got trips to the right and a single man on the left. 4 receivers.
Cooper Wright looking to his left. Pass across the middle and just not able to handle that is Hamid Kamara.
I'll tell you what, it was a good pass. He was the only one that could catch it. All right, it was a little bit high, but he jumped a little bit. He had a good shot at it. He stops, turns. Yeah, he had a great shot at it. That's a very catchable ball.
Yep.
Very catchable.
So unfortunately, it goes the other way. The loss of the ball on downs, and Hillsborough comes up empty.
Yeah, they were hoping maybe they could stop the running clock, and that by get a touchdown. But Minutemen are back on the field on offense.
You see a few different numbers as
well.
well.
Yeah, there's definitely some new numbers there, Fred.
Number 42, Dom Pitts, is one of those numbers. First and 10 for Washington Township at their own 9-yard line. Handoff, getting it to about the 10. Good struggle to get as much as he could. That was number 29 on the carry, and that would be Giovanni Gioffredo.
Number 44, Tyler Ziss, just got that guy, and he wouldn't let him go. Wouldn't let him go.
Gain of just 1. Ball squarely on the 10-yard line. 2nd and 9 for the Minutemen. They're letting some clock run here.
Yeah, well,
why not?
No hurry for them.
Handoff sweeping to the right side. A good job of stringing it out, although a good run as well. Number 29 on the carry, that would be Gioffredo once again.
Yeah. Tell you what, he does a good job keeping the legs moving. Doesn't go down very easy. What grade is he in, Fred?
He is a junior.
All right.
So he's got one more year to go.
Yep.
Ball spotted at the 13-yard line. Check that, the 12, so it's 3rd and 7.
Looks like we have a little bit of confusion here in what we're lined up in. Got it ready now.
They're going to hand it off again. Good burst of speed. I don't
Wow.
think he's got the first down.
I'll tell you, that was a hole you could drive a truck through on that one, let me tell you.
Giovanni definitely enjoyed that as he runs it just a yard shy of the first down. But with the lead being where it is and just over 5 minutes left in the game,
They're going to punt
they're going to punt the ball. Yep. They gave their second team offense a chance at it.
Yep. They were close.
So we have a punt formation for the Minutemen. Awaiting the snap from center. Good job of snapping it. This kick is
Good
gonna
high
be-
pump. Easy to get good coverage on that.
And it takes a backward
Yeah,
hop.
All right, that's it. That's what you're taught to do. Grab the ball on that one.
So this will be spotted at the 38-yard line. And again, a pretty good chance for Hillsborough to get on the board before the end of this game.
Hey, you know they want to do that. They don't want to end it on a sour note.
Of course, the running clock in effect. We're at 4:20 left in this game. 43-6, Washington Township dominating. On first down. And we have some
Oh,
movement.
gosh.
If I can see
Movement.
the movement, you know the officials can see the movement.
Yeah. That one wasn't even close, Fred.
No.
You know? It was like the snap count was on 3 and everybody went on 1.
Pretty much. So that moves the ball back to the 43-yard line where we'll be 1st and 15. Again, Cooper right at the quarterback spot now. Looking around. Now he moves to his left. He's going to try to run and try to get as much as he can and get out of bounds.
Yep, that's it.
Just shy of the 30-yard line. Then mark it at the 32.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't stop the clock anyway.
Yep.
But it's good practice, all right? Good practice for end of the game.
So it'll be 3rd down. Oh, they have 2nd down. That's right. I lost the, forgot that they didn't move the down on that penalty. 2nd down and 4 coming up. They send 2 receivers to both sides of the line of scrimmage. Oh, nice catch. He's got the first down. That is Hamid Kamara with a fine diving catch.
Tell you what, if he could have kept his feet up, he could have had some room to maybe go a lot farther than that.
We're under 3 minutes left on this running clock.
Yeah, hey, you know they want to get a score.
1st and 10 at the Township 26-yard line. Good snap. Across the middle. He's going to be
Nice
in there at
pass.
the 5, and he's going to get in the end zone. Hamid Kamara with the catch and the touchdown.
Yep. Hey, they got a little something to celebrate there. All right, little something to celebrate. He elevates really good on this pass. He gets up. All right, here you see him on the left side running a crossing pattern there. And he goes up, gets it.
That was a nice move to the inside as well.
Yeah, it was a nice move on the inside because it kind of shielded him. The Washington Townships, they almost ran into each other on that one. All right, trying to get the ball for him.
So let's see if they can get the kick to go through the uprights. Little chip shot, and it is good.
No good.
Well, that is something they'll have to work on in practice.
Yeah.
But the important thing is the touchdown by the second-string quarterback, Cooper Wright, really threw a nice pass and a nice catch by Kamara to get into the end zone.
Yeah.
Also credit the line. They gave him a lot of time to throw that.
Yeah, hey,
Watching that on the replay.
if you're looking for positives, there's one right there. Didn't give up on your team like that. You fought right in there. Even though it's kind of funny, Fred, they had a little celebration in the end zone, but I don't know if you do that when you're behind by this much.
Got to enjoy, got to enjoy.
Yeah, that's it.
Celebrate success, I believe they say.
Something like that.
So it's now 43-12, 2:34 left in the game.
Let's give, Washington Township, second team offense, get the ball out again, all right? Giving them a chance maybe to try to answer on this one. Because now you've got all second stringers in there mostly, and they want to make something happen so they can feel good about this game also.
So we're set for the Hillsborough kickoff.
Oh, this time they go differently.
They do go deep back to the 5. The ball is dropped and rolling around the goal line. But these are the kind of plays that you see where we could possibly break it, and they almost did.
Wow.
One of those offsetting situations where the timing looks like it's thrown off,
Yeah.
but all of a sudden the return man has a lane.
There was a little hole there, and he hit it, going from almost the goal line out to the, 35-yard line? 30-yard line, sorry.
Jair Moore with that return for Township. They will put the ball down at the 30-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go.
No hurry if you're Washington Township. Got Danny Carter in there, sophomore, at quarterback. Get him some time. Get him ready for the next couple years.
1st and 10 for Township. They'll hand the ball off. Some nice running through the middle and working his way behind the 40-yard line. That's a nice 12-yard run. That is how you do it
That
right
is
there.
number 16 there.
36.
Zach Smith, I'll tell you what. Keep them legs churning, all right? He wasn't going down easily. He didn't even have the first down when he got hit first time, but he just, drove through those tackles and, made something happen.
Less than a minute to go. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line for the Minutemen. Shotgun formation for Washington Township. Handoff. Up the middle again, spinning free for a moment. Now he spins out to the left and has some running room out that way. We have a flag that might nullify part of it.
Right.
But that's a great job by Elijah Cole to break free once he was met at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, they've got some runners here for Washington Township, on the second string that, don't want to quit. All right. Looks like we got a holding. All right, so it's going to bring it back. But I'll tell you what, Fred, we've seen some good runs by some second stringers here. So the cupboard is not bare after you go for the first string.
Yeah, we saw Jalen Robinson do some good running, and now we're seeing the running that's being done by Elijah Cole. I would say the cupboard is far from bare.
Right, you got it. Keep going back for seconds. All right.
After the penalty, the ball is marked at the 34-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 18.
Yeah, they'll probably get one more play out of this.
Yep. High snap on the ground, and the quarterback will just eat that, and that will do it.
That will do it.
So good job of just pouncing on the loose football, and that'll bring us to the end of this game. A very dominant performance by the defending Central Jersey Group 5 champions. The Washington Township Minutemen defeat the Hillsborough Raiders by the count of 43-12.
And the best thing about it, Fred, like you said, you go through all the weapons that they had. It's not like you have one guy doing all the work for them. They've got, multiple weapons there they can count on. And that's going to mean a lot going down the line for them as long as they stay healthy. You got a lot of weapons. You see some teams come in and all they have is a running back, because the teams maybe good quarterback and that. No, they've got the full complement there. And there's no problem, putting guys in there.
Well, Cole Aquino is a good passer and good runner. He scored the game's first touchdown on a 25-yard run. Then you have people just like Jair Moore towards the end. Colin Beeler, of course, is their big-time rusher. Paris Pratt, we saw him catch a few balls, including a touchdown. So they are a team that is going to be hard to reckon with throughout the season, and they showed why today.
Yep, that's it.
So our final score, once again, it is a 43-12 victory for Washington Township over Hillsborough. Want to make mention of the fact that Sean Kelly gave you all the great pictures. Want to give credit where credit is due. Harry Sachs and yours truly, Fred Melendez, thank you for watching. More of the Boardwalk Battle at the Beach happening here at Rowan. One more game, I believe, later as Millville takes on Rancocas Valley. And 4 games tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So plenty of football still to come here at Rowan College, at Rowan University. Thank you for being with us. Have yourselves a great Labor Day, all.